So in this video, I will be sharing with you 7 incredible use cases for NotebookLM. And trust me, if you implement them in the real life, they are going to change how you work with this application forever. First of all, let's go over to NotebookLM and create some notebook. And here, after I do this, I can go over and provide some kind of the data, so I can create a timeline for it. Great example will be World War II. Here we have a lot of different dates and we can create a timeline. So simply I can go over here, I can copy my link to the website and afterwards provide here the link, paste it, insert, and here wait a few seconds. Right away after I do this, I can go over to the right side of the page and click here on the timeline. Moving on, when it's created, we can click on that and see that we have really nice timeline created. And now, we can use AI to create interactive timeline from that. So now let me show you some very nice application that will let us to do this stuff. So generally it's called Napkin AI and it lets us to create nice visuals from our text. So here we've got the preview. We can go over here and click Get Napkin Free. So when we log into our account, what we can do? We can go back to our NotebookLM and here copy our data from our timeline. So let's go over, copy from this moment to this. Let's go over here, paste it, and now suddenly what we can do? We can create timeline from that. To simply do this in the middle of our response, we've got this the thunder, we can click on it, and here in just a matter of seconds, we have our timeline created. So now look at that. We've got different of variables, and we can provide different timelines. For example, this one. This is pretty nice. Let's go over see other options. So it is very, very cool, isn't it? With the NotebookLM, we can create in a matter of seconds, we can create perfect timeline. Then we can go over to Napkin AI and we can provide different interactive timelines. We can change it. And here you can see it's very amazing. It's very, very cool. So remember, you can do this in the NotebookLM, and the link to the Napkin AI will be in the description of this material. So go over and check it out. Use case number 2 is to repurpose our text from NotebookLM and turn it into nice interactive video. So let's say you're creating some content and you're learning with NotebookLM. You create the notebook, you upload the sources, and then you create some useful notes. So for example, 10 negotiation techniques. And here, what you can do? You can go over, you can take this particular text and you can turn it into nice looking video with the visuals. So now let me show you how to do this. You can go over to the platform which is called NVIDIA AI that produces AI generated videos. The link will be in the description of this video, so go over here, open this link. Then you need to go over in the middle of the page and click on Try NVIDIA AI. After you create your account, you should see this entire interface. So here, what we can do? We can go over right there and copy our entire script, which is the text for 10 negotiation techniques. And right now we can paste it here. So we can specify what we would like to create. So these 10 negotiation techniques. Of course, we can go over here and use another option, which is use my script. So here will better adhere to our entire the text. Nevertheless, we can go over there to our prompt box and generate a video. After a few minutes, we need to choose our options. So let's go over with the length, 1 minute, here entrepreneurs, and the platform, let's go over with the YouTube Shorts. Let's click on continue. Our video is ready to see, so let's preview that.
If your negotiation skills need a boost, you're in the right place. Let's make you a deal-making dynamo. First up, planning. Define your goals and know your facts. 90% of the work happens before you even sit down. Next, BATNA. Know your best alternative if things go south. It's your secret weapon. Set your walk-away point. Don't accept bad terms just to close the deal.
So it's very cool, isn't it? It didn't take too much time and actually we did it only with the help of NotebookLM and NVIDIA AI. Of course, remember in the NVIDIA AI we've got a lot of different options. However, we only did the basic stuff. Use case number 3 is to create notebook with only voice files. And this is very awesome because actually we can provide this the data, so MP3. I can go over, I can provide actually my document, so MP3. And here, for example, maybe you would like to analyze the way you speak. Maybe some content. You've got kind of some audio that you would like to drop in a NotebookLM and do some stuff with it. So summarize, maybe again, you are kind of maybe on a seminar or some meeting, you would like to analyze it. You can definitely do this with the NotebookLM. And this is very underestimated use case. Not a lot of people are providing audio files, however, it's really powerful. So then I uploaded my MP3s, I can analyze it, do all of the stuff as I've been doing kind of with other different files. And this is very amazing because again, you can provide some audio, you can analyze it, create notes, or just even like store it in one single notebook. Use case number 4 is to take all of the data from the internet about the particular topic. So for example, you can upload PDF, YouTube video, you can provide the link to the website, and in general, kind of the point is to provide a lot of different resources. So for example, here I've got 13 different PDFs that contains a lot of data. So maybe the topics are not relevant to each other's, however, the point is to provide huge amount of the data. So remember, in the NotebookLM, we can provide up to 50 sources. And for example, these sources can have, for instance, 300 pages, 200 pages. For example, here, let me search for that. I've got kind of the book. So here, cookbook, you can see it's very long. Or here I have the science of sleep, which is again very long. So remember, you can upload the files. You can go over, you can work with them, you can summarize it, and you don't need to go by yourself through them. You can simply go over to the NotebookLM and type. Create for me a summary of these all files. Give me the most important information in a nutshell. So here you can notice, we've got the data for each source we provided. So atomic habits, cookbook, hygiene, introduction to world history. So again, NotebookLM is a great place where you can store some data or even provide a huge amount of the information. Do some stuff with that, summarize, retrieve the most important information, and generally work. Use case number 5, which I consider very useful, is to comprehend user manuals or even instructions. So generally, we all know that reading to user manuals, for example, for a printer, can be very overwhelming. We are not eager to do this. Fortunately, with the NotebookLM, we can simplify the stuff and again, just make our life a little bit easier. So let's say in my printer, I have a very weird error because it has happened previously. Which is E04, which I don't know what does it mean. So there, instead of just reading that, just look how many pages we have. I don't want to spend time on it. I just want my solution. So I can go over here to the NotebookLM and type. Lately, on my printer, appeared an error, which is E04. Please let me know how to solve it. So within seconds, I've got my solutions. The error code E04 indicates that the fine cartridge is not installed. Here are some steps you can take to resolve this. Check if the fine cartridge is installed correctly. And here even I can go over, I can read the entire data for this. So definitely I would recommend you to go over and use NotebookLM for the instructions. Whenever you have some problem, and there you've got the file for that, but you're not eager to read it, as probably all of us. Use case number 6 is to create a podcast with 2 presenters speaking. And I'm not talking about creating audio overview, so providing MP3, however a video where we'll see 2 presenters that are talking our text that we created with the NotebookLM. So simply what we can do firstly, we need to create our AI generated podcast. So here I've got a podcast about productivity. Then I need to go over download that. I can go over to Hygiene, which is an amazing application that allows us to actually create AI voiceovers. And the link will be in the description of this video. You can go over here, create a video, and there provide avatar video, so click this option. Choose actually our landscape, so create landscape video. When I'm here, I can go over to script, and there provide my script by uploading my MP3. For this case, I would like to use other file. I can click on that, and here generally I can click on my avatar, so provide avatar that will be talking for us this entire kind of the text. So I can go over here, for example, choose this one, see how it works.
Welcome to our deep dive today.
After we do this, we can go over, we can remove avatar background. So here we would like to only have the character with the transparent background, which is actually talking our text. And then what we can do, we can go over, we can submit our video so it will be generated. Also remember, with the free version of HiGen, you can have the videos up to 3 minutes. So you need to like change the time of that. So here I can go over, click submit, submit anyway. So usually it takes a few minutes up to several minutes, and that depends from the length. However, now let me show you other video that I created. And now let me show you how it works.
Welcome to our deep dive today. We're going to be focusing on your ebook, all about Adobe
So
Firefly.
now you can see it's pretty cool because we've got the mouth movement and everything is at the point. And now after we create our man which is speaking, we need to provide the same podcast and create the woman. So after doing that, we'll have two characters that later on we can actually implement in our video. When we create them and they are speaking our text, we need to go over to any editing tool, provide our audio, and here just cut actually the scenes where the man should talk and where the woman. And at the end, it looks pretty much as this.
All about Adobe Firefly.
Oh, this is exciting.
Yeah, we're really excited to kind of dig in and explore what makes this guide really shine.
Yeah.
And also,
So it's kind of pretty cool. If you would like to see the entire tutorial of how to create this kind of the podcasts, go over, leave me a comment, and I will create for you the video of how to do this step by step. And last but not least, we've got the use case number 7, which is summarizing books. I find it very helpful and especially for me very great. Because remember, kind of, again, we may have the book that contains 100 pages, 1000 pages, or even more. We can go over to the NotebookLM and ask to create for us a summary, retrieve the most important data, like take the most important information. Even if you don't want to do this, you can go over after reading some book. You can ask NotebookLM to provide for you the best highlights from this book. You can save it. You can remember for a long time. For example, here I've got Atomic Habits. This is an awesome book. Of course, I read it. And now let's say I would like to get the most important information from it, so I can actually return anytime I want. So I can upload it in my NotebookLM and, for instance, create briefing doc, which is an awesome option when it comes to actually summarizing our content. So let's see what we'll receive. So as you can see, that's awesome. We've got introduction, key themes and concepts, so the power of 1% improvement, which is my actually favorite. Here, trajectory over results, the systems over goals, atomic habits and systems. So as you could see, if you upload some big documents, even books or kind of statements, it doesn't mean you don't need to read them. You can read them, but afterwards kind of take the most important information and save somewhere. Because, for instance, if book is very valuable or kind of any information you need to save, you can do the stuff with the NotebookLM and like keep it here, and anytime you want, you can return to it. So that we have it. I hope you enjoyed this entire video. Remember to leave the like and click the subscribe button for the YouTube algorithm. For now, thank you for watching this entire material, and I will see you next time.